Awesome. So Leading for Deeper Learning, we're here live from NYSCOSS in Saratoga. I got to grab just a quick couple minutes because this is a busy conference for you, here with Dr. Chuck Dedrick. Thank you so much for taking a couple minutes. Tell us a little bit about your current role with NYSCOSS and a little bit about your journey traveling there.
Sure. Well, first off, Jonah, thank you for inviting me to do this with you, but also thank you for doing this here at the conference and inviting superintendents to tell their stories. I think it's important that happens.
The work can be lonely, and trying to get folks to elevate and share their stories is really the vision and mission of this podcast.
And that's the thing about our conferences, that it can be a lonely job when you're back in your district.
Yeah.
But here you're with thousands of your colleagues, and there's very few experiences that people have that haven't been experienced somewhere else by somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's what I was a superintendent in 3 different places for 20 years. My final stop being as a district superintendent. And then I came into this role about 9 years ago. And I can say it's absolutely changed the way I think about things, because while I was a superintendent, I often thought about my district and my region I was in. As a district superintendent, I started thinking about more regionally, but statewide issues. But here, it is the statewide issues impact us all. And the national issues that we deal with are enormous too.
So I heard during this morning's keynote, 70 new superintendents. That's a lot. So NYSCOSS,
and that's new superintendents. Those are people who have not been in the superintendent chair prior.
Gotcha.
We even have more who are new to their district this year.
Gotcha. So 70 who are brand new.
Yes.
Those who are, and then there's a cohort who are 1 or 2 years in.
Yes.
And so for them, they may be here at NYSCOSS for the first time. And yes, there's the fall conference here, winter conference in Albany. But what else does NYSCOSS do? What should superintendents know about the organization and the work that you do at NYSCOSS?
Well, we do a few things. I would say the number one thing we do is we provide support. We not only provide contractual support, but we provide support. When there's a superintendent who needs something, the first thing we will do is we always suggest, have you talked to your district superintendent? Sometimes they have, but they need something else. So we try to help them with that. So on a day-to-day basis, we often are dealing with people that need support. It may sound like, something's wrong. No, it could be anything from a personnel matter to a contractual issue to an issue at home. It very well could be. And we try to provide that support. But the other things we do, and we do all of it through our foundation, the LEAF Foundation, Leadership for Educational Achievement Foundation, we provide an ongoing list of top things that we do in professional development for superintendents. We have one coming up on legal issues, where we have 3 law firms joining our 2 attorneys, Jazz Conboy and Greg Burke, and they're going to do a whole day of legal issues that superintendents face. Everything on how to write a counseling memo to big deal things that everybody deals with. So, and then we're doing a women's initiative program on Long Island in November, and then we're doing one in Lake Placid in November.
Awesome.
So we leave here and we just start a different program in a different location.
That's awesome. Well, I know you got a lot going on today. As the host of the event, and this is the big day of the event.
But this is the type of thing that you're doing that we want to see our superintendents, our educators, our members doing more of, because we need to be spreading the voice of superintendents far and wide, not only statewide but nationally. It's amazing how other states really look at New York and say, oh, that's how they do it. For instance, our legal services that we provide to our members, we've had quite a few states that we have met with who have taken our model,
trying to shape it after,
and try to create that model in their state. So I'm quite proud of it. And anything we can do to get the word out about the good stuff that's happening in New York, we're going to support.
That's awesome. And so as we kind of wrap up here, again, you've been a superintendent for in many different districts and different roles. You're now in this role. The world out there is not well. Tough climate right now, federal and state level. Advice to a new superintendent. What are you telling them? What are you telling them as they engage in this work, which we know is going to be tough in the office? It's tough at home. All of those factors. What are you sharing as words of wisdom?
The number one thing I say is, is it a tough job? Absolutely. But I'm also going to say it's the best job I ever had. There is no job like it. I quoted one of my old friends the other night, and he was the first one I ever heard say this. It's the only job in the world where you get to say hello to a 3 or 4-year-old on the first day of school and shake the hand of a 17 or 18-year-old on the last day of school. It is an incredible, I get goosebumps when I say that story. But what we tell our new superintendents is not to be alone. They need to be talking to their colleagues in their region. They need to be talking to their colleagues at events like this. What we see too often, it's preaching to the choir, telling the people who are here that they need to continue being here. It's not a sales pitch. These are the people who tend to be successful. What we have found is the superintendents who you don't see at regional meetings, who you don't see at conferences like this, they're the ones that have a tendency to get in trouble. So what I tell folks at conferences like this is, I know you'll be back. Right. You need to reach out to that person that's not here and get them here, because that's the person that needs our help. Yeah. What we need to do is we need to be talking to each other.
I love it, and I know for me personally, there's great learning in sessions that I always get an opportunity, but it's out and having dinner with colleagues. It's connecting in here. I leave and go back to the office fulfilled and rejuvenated after
tomorrow
this.
Morning. Right. We're going to have a number of, I think 10 or 12 people from the state education department, senior leaders from the state education department, who are going to be sitting at round tables. Just talking to superintendents.
That's one of my favorite sessions.
How many chances do superintendents, fill in the blank, from what part of the state, get to sit with a senior deputy and just talk about things? That's an incredible opportunity.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for, again, hosting one of the best party in Saratoga for the New York State superintendents. You are a mentor of mine. And again, just really, really privileged to be able to sit and have a conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Well, Jonah, I'm privileged actually to sit and have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
And I'm serious about that. It is people like you that are going to keep the superintendency together for years to come. And I thank you for what you're doing.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.